Hi guys! A really quick and easy one today. I made these a few weeks ago and posted them in my group and people wanted to know how, so I'll show you how. And you're going to need some black clay. I've already rolled this one out. This will be for the backing and I've rolled this out onto a number 1, 0 being my thickest setting on my Atlas 150. I've also rolled out 6 1-inch squares. I just used this little cutter. You can make them bigger if you want to. I'm just going with the 1-inch square of Premo opal, and I rolled those onto a number 4. I've also rolled out 6 equal size squares of Premo translucent, and they were rolled onto a number 3. And I've also got some more translucent squares here, again just equal size squares, rolled onto a number 5. And I'm going to go with my alcohol inks again, and I'm going with the Picassio manganese blue, orchid and blue green. They're the colours I am going with, and you will also need some silver and or gold leaf, which I've got here. There's gold and silver. I might go with both. Alright, first thing first then, we're going to take the thicker pieces of the thin ones are for later, so the thicker pieces which were rolled onto a 3, and we're just going to do 2 colours of each. So I'm just going to get my wet wipe ready, and I've got a brush, and I'm just going to quickly paint over these squares of translucent. So that's number 1, number 2, oops, give my brush a quick clean, and then 2 of this colour. And then obviously they need to be left to dry. Boop, 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 boop. Give my brush a clean, and I'm using isopropyl alcohol. I'm not sure what percentage it is, but just some rubbing alcohol is fine to clean things with. Somebody was asking me the other day what I used. I'm pretty sure I mention it in each video, but oh well. Speaking of which, guys, and I really don't want you to take this the wrong way, it's not meant to offend anybody or upset anybody, but I am inundated with comments on YouTube, questions in the group, questions in Messenger. People message me with questions, and it's a lot to keep up. Now I do try and at least acknowledge everybody that comments on my YouTube channel, but and please don't take this the wrong way, this is just for my own sanity. People do ask me questions that are often answered within the video itself, which is kind of the point of a tutorial. Yeah, sometimes I forget to mention something, so people will ask, and I'm obliged to answer. I feel, I'm happy to answer those questions. But guys, if you've asked me a question on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and the answer is within the video, I'm going to have to just skip past those comments because, like I say, I'm inundated. So if the question has been answered within the video, I won't be answering it in the comments. It's just going to help me out to not do that. I hope you understand, guys. It's nothing personal, but feel free to ask questions. I'm not saying don't ask me questions. I'm just saying if the questions have already been answered within the tutorial itself, then I am not going to respond because I'm just inundated with questions, etc. Alright, so this is going to dry pretty quick, so I don't need to go off camera for that, I don't think. I'm just going to make some room for myself. Okay then, let's get started with this little stack. Like I say, this is mega easy today. I think I say that quite a lot, don't I? Mega easy. Maybe to some people it isn't, but I would say this would be ideal for a beginner to try out. Okay, let's start with a colour. Any colour, it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to take a square of my opal and top it with that. Okay, and then I'm going to get my gold and or silver leaf. I think I'm just going to stick with gold actually, but silver will be just as nice. And I'm just going to top that with this. And you know me, I'm not overly particular. Just slap it on there. Okay, so that was the first of the blue. So let's go with the purple next. Actually, no, let's go with a layer of the thinner trans and put that on top. Then followed by the colour, followed by the opal again, followed by some more, whoops, followed by some more gold leaf. Again, just, you know, pat it on there. Then, wait, what did I do? I've lost my train of thought. So I did, okay, yeah. Then followed by the thinner trans, followed by the colour. So you're just stacking. It doesn't have to be in any particular order, to be honest, guys. I'm just kind of doing it this way to keep track of my pieces. But you could be more random if you wanted to be. It's just a very simple, very, very simple stack. Let's go back to the purple. Thin layer of trans. Opal. See, I've mixed it up there. Like I say, it really doesn't matter. A bit more gold leaf. Opal. Trans. Colour. Opal. Oop, I don't think I put any gold leaf on that other one. Again, it doesn't matter. You're just stacking those pieces. Let's get a bit of another little bit of trans in there and then finish it with this colour on top. We've got an extra piece of trans, but no worries. So get your colours, get your opal, get your gold leaf, get your translucent and just stack them. That's all you need to do. Now we're just going to compress this. Make sure everything's nicely stuck together. And then I'm just going to get my roller, give it a roll, flip it and roll it on the other side so it catches up with itself, and just keep rolling. And then I'm going to cut this in half and restack. Got some pretty colours going on in there. And then I'm just going to push it all back together. And that's basically it, guys. It is the simplest thing. I mean, if you wanted to put some impressions in there, you could, but I found that with the opal in there, you don't really get that clear impression. It gets a little bit blurry with the opal being in there, so I'm not even going to bother doing that. And I know I have done a Makume Gani tutorial using opal before, but I had a black layer on top which pushed down into the stack, and that gave a clearer impression, but I'm not adding any black to this. So I mean, if you want to, you know, dig your fingers in it and distort it, that's fine, but I'm not putting any particular pattern in there. Okay, so I am just going to do that a little bit, just distort it, give it a push in the middle, you know, whatever. just nothing major. Alright, so once you've got your little stack there, then you're going to bring over your black clay, and you're simply going to get a flexible blade, and you're simply going to slice thinnish slices, and you're just going to place it on the black backing clay, and that's all there is to it, guys. So I'm just going to take as thin as you can get it, slices, and just place it on my backing clay. And as you cut down, you're going to get those different colours coming through, and that opal as well as the gold leaf. It's just a really pretty effect. And guys, you don't have to use these colours either. You could use whatever colours you wanted, but I felt like this was like a galaxy look, and I just think those colours kind of work for that galaxy look. And now you see, as we go down, we get into the purple now. And just be aware that when you are using opal, it is a little tricky to slice through, as you can see. But we're getting some really cool patterns going on. I'm just going to break that bit off because it's a little thick. I'm just going to give my blade a quick wipe. And I'm just going to keep doing that. Somebody actually did give me a little tip. If you clean your blade after each cut, it just helps to cut through. And it's okay to overlap these pieces as well. So let's just take a few more pieces, and it's random, you're just placing them wherever. I am taking off those extra chunky bits, and I'm just doing that. Got some beautiful sparkly colours coming through on this, and bear in mind, you know, this is translucent, so you want to cut it as thin as possible. And obviously I'm putting it on black, but that's what gives it the galaxy look. You've got these bright sparkly twinkly stars going on a night sky. That's how I look at it anyway. And I'm just going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to go off camera and do the rest, because you don't need to see me slice this whole block. But yeah, that's all you do. So I'm going to go off camera and fill up the rest of this sheet, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I've laid my pieces on my black backing, and I've actually got a little bit of the block left, and I am probably going to put this on white, see how that looks. I know that won't be a galaxy look, but why not try it on different colours to see how it looks? If I do that, I'll show you at the end. But anyway, so what I did was I finished putting those on there, and then just gave it a little roll just to smooth it out like so. But now I want to burnish it good, so I've got my printer paper here. That's all it is, printer paper. My steel soap, which is listed in my Amazon storefront, which will be left in the description. And all you do is click on the title of the video, and all the information will be there. So I'm just giving this a quick burnish, just so it's nice and smooth. Just give it a little feel, maybe just a bit more. And that's good. You just grab a different blade, if I can find the one I want. I don't want the bendy one for this, and I don't know where it went. This will do. I just need a bigger knife to lift this off, and again, just put your blade down at an angle like this and just kind of shimmy your way down to lift it. Like that, because I just want to flip it. Mind you, these are going to get resin, so I'm not too bothered about the back, and it's got a load of gunk stuck on it from somewhere. but I'm just going to give it a quick burnish. And then I'm going to put it back on my tile because I need it to stick back down so I can cut my shapes out. And I don't know if any of you know this, guys, and I can't show you, it's because it'd be awkward to try and turn my camera around to show you, but I was looking for a storage solution for my cutters, and they were all just in a big plastic bin, and if I wanted a cutter I was rummaging through trying to find it. Well, you can get these spool racks. You'll see it in my Amazon storefront. I've put a picture of it there. But you got these spool racks, and you can just hang all your cutters on the little dowels that stick out. It's really cool, and you can just see exactly what you want just at a glance. She says as she can't find the one that she's looking for, but there it is. Yeah, you can just grab it so easily. I love it. And the other thing I got as well was a 2-tier Lazy Susan, which is meant to hold spices, like a spice rack, but it's a round Lazy Susan, and I've got all my mica powders on there. Again, I've listed that in my Amazon storefront if you're interested in getting one. I think it's perfect solution, to be honest. Alright, so I've got my cutter and I'm going to make a pair of earrings. Let's just cut through, press down with a block, give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's gone all the way through, and then I'm just going to go here, and it's okay for some of the black to show through, and I'm actually going to leave that little bit of black there showing through. It's fine to do that. My dog's barking. I'm guessing the mailman's just arrived delivering our mail so efficiently. Not. That's another story. My husband applied for a renewal passport. I think it's like 14 weeks ago now, and he paid the expedited fee, and it was guaranteed to get here between 5 and 7 weeks. Well, week 14 he still doesn't have it, and we are going to England in less than 2 weeks. So after a lot of phone calls and everything else, found out that they never received it. The passport place didn't receive it, so the mailman lost it. So now my husband has to go all the way to Detroit to what they call a passport agency. Luckily he got an appointment. They're very hard to get apparently because they're limited spaces, so thank God he got one. But he's got to go to Detroit on the 1st of September, 3 days before we travel, to get an emergency passport. They told him he'd get it there and then. I won't hold my breath on that one, but hopefully he will get it. Anyway, that's my little rant, and I'm still deciding. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm still deciding what else to cut out, guys. So I'm just going to do this, and then what other shape do I want? Let's go with this one. No, I don't want to do that one. Let's go with my new cutter from O'Joy Creations. It's kind of a funky shape. I kind of like it. And there's the smaller one that you can make earrings with, so you might as well do a set. You can get all 3 sizes, and that's also from O'Joy Creations. I love her cutters. So I'm just going to cut these out. Might as well do a pair of earrings. Why not? And then I'm gonna go with, I'm just going to go with my round one just because I like it. It's like one of my favourites, to be honest. I don't know why. Perhaps I'm just a simple girl at heart. Now, I know this is a quick and easy one again, but I have got quite a few more tutorials in mind. The next one I'm going to do, I'm not going to tell you what it is, it's going to be a surprise. It's a little bit more complex, and it did actually take me quite a while to work it out. but I think I've got it. I think I've done it. So watch this space, and that's all I'm going to cut out, and that's all I'm going to ramble for. Alright, so I've got my pieces cut out. I'm just going to grab my blade again to gently lift these up. Like I say, just shimmy under. Don't drag, shimmy. And with it having the opal clay, you are going to get rough edges. So they will need a good sand once they're baked. That's just the nature of that clay. It kind of leaves you with rough edges, but you can just drag your finger around it and get some of those extra crumbly bits off. But a good sand with a 320 grit, once they're baked, wet dry sandpaper, they'll be good to go. Okay, so let's just put that on my piece of paper that I'm going to bake it on. That one's actually not too bad. And you will get like little flakes of the opal sticking out as well. Don't worry, you can just brush them off. But you might as well get them off before you bake as best you can, then it's less sanding. You're not going to get them all off that way, but this one's extra crumbly on the edges. Not worried. And then just give that a little wipe. And then give that a little wipe. And then I also like to give them a quick wipe with a wet wipe and some isopropyl alcohol, i.e. rubbing alcohol. I think they're the same thing. I could be wrong, but either works. If they're different, either works. You can get them from any pharmacy. You can get that stuff from any pharmacist or pharmacy. Just give them all a little bit of wipe with the alcohol. And around those edges as well. And that gets rid of any fingerprints that you might have left on there, and it just cleans it up. Alright guys, they're the pieces. I'm going to go and bake them, and once they're baked I will be back. Okay guys, I'm back. They're finished, they're baked. I sanded the edges and I resined and glittered the back. If you want to know how I do that, I have got a tutorial for that, and I will leave the link. So here's the first piece. Just a simple pinch bail and a cord ribbon thing. They're listed in my Amazon shop, and they're the earrings to go with it. And I just added a little charm on there as well. You just hook it over the jump ring. So they're listed as well, as are the earring hooks. So there's those pieces. And then just the round one that I did. And there is quite a lot of depth of colour in these pieces. So there's that one. And then last but not least, the other earrings that I did. Again, I did a little charm and just put them on a card which is upside down. Let me just flip it round. So there's those pieces. I really like these ones actually, but I really love this shape as well. So that's those. Now I just want to show. Oh, I'll quickly show you one that I did on white. I'm not so keen on this if you want my honest opinion. Somebody might like it. I'm not keen with the white background, to be honest, but that's what that looks like if you wanted to do the white. That's just not my taste really, but anyway, there's that one. And then I want to show you ones that I did in a previous stack. These are the ones that I did a few weeks ago and then showed them in my group. Now you can see the difference in colours, but I wanted to show you both. And then I did a pendant from this same stack. So there's those colours as well, and I'll be honest, I prefer these ones. So for today's colours, I used the manganese blue, the blue green, and the orchid, and that's what you get when you use those colours. Okay, if you want these colours, which again I do prefer, it's exactly the same technique that I showed you, but I use these colours: turquoise, violet and sapphire. So there you go guys, exact same technique, just different colours, different look. Alright guys, thanks for watching and I'll catch you later. Bye.